What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here from All Things Mathematics, and moving on to the next question. Here in this problem, they're asking us to find the sum of this infinite geometric series. So we have 5 minus 5 over 4 plus 5 over 16 minus 5 over 64, and that pretty much keeps going on forever, right? Until infinity. This is an infinite geometric series. Now, just in general, an infinite geometric series, what's the formula for it? It's always the first term divided by 1 minus whatever the common ratio there is going to be. So here we know what the first term is, the A1, it's just 5. But what's the common ratio here going to be? And remember, for any geometric series, geometric sequence, to get the common ratio, you could always just take a term and divide it by the previous term. So we could take the negative 5 over 4 and divide it by 5, right? The previous term right there. And be careful with your signs here, right? Because there's alternating negatives and positives. So this would be what? This is like dividing by 5 over 1. So it's like negative 5 over 4 times 1 over 5. 5's cancel out. Negative 1 over 4. Right? Or we could take, let's say, 5 over 16 divided by negative 5 over 4, the previous term, which would be like 5 over 16 times negative 4 over 5, the reciprocal, multiplying by the reciprocal, the 5's cancel out, negative 4 over 16, that simplifies to negative 1 over 4, right? If you took this term, negative 5 over 64, divided by positive 5 over 16, did the algebra, you would notice that the common ratio is negative 1 over 4. And you can see it here as well, right? If we keep multiplying, 5 times negative 1 over 4 is negative 5 over 4. Negative 5 over 4 times negative 1 over 4 is positive 5 over 16. Multiply 5 over 16 by negative 1 over 4, negative 5 over 64. So whichever way you do it, common ratio is negative 1 over 4. But you got to put that in brackets, right? Because we're subtracting r, right? So that you have to put in brackets. You have to be careful with your signs here. So it's 1 minus, in brackets, negative 1 over 4. And then the algebra on this is not going to be too bad. So what would happen here is we'd have 5 over 1 plus 1 over 4, right? This would be 5 over, if we change this to be 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4, that's 5 over 4. So we'll basically have this like 5 over 1 divided by 5 over 4, which is like 5 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 5. 5's cancel out. Final answer is 4. Right? So that's the final answer. That's the sum of this infinite geometric series. And you may look at that number and think, really? Like if we keep adding these numbers on forever, that's the only sum we're going to get is 4? And at first glance, it's hard to believe, but when you dig in a little bit more and analyze, first off, it's a mix of plus and minuses, right? So there's lots of stuff that's netting out. So first you have a positive, then you have a negative, positive, negative, right? So it's not like it's all positives. That's one thing. The next thing is, notice that these numbers are getting smaller and smaller, right? So we start with 5, then we have negative 5 over 4, which is like negative 1.25. Plus 5 over 16, right? That's a smaller number. 5 over 64, that's a smaller number. So not only are the signs alternating, but the numbers are getting smaller and smaller on like an absolute basis. And yeah, when you go to infinity with this particular geometric series, the sum of the infinite geometric series is going to be 4. And that's a wrap for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to see more videos like this, please go to my website, allthingsmathematics.com. Over there, all of the videos are organized by chapter, by section. If you feel like you need tutoring at any point, you could also hit me up. My contact details are on the website. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.